This is Echoes of the Silk Road, where dreams speak, legends breathe, and every tale invites you to wander. Okay, deep breath. This is it. The part where heroes prove themselves, or die, or both. Probably both. We stood on that ridge all night. No one slept, not because we were vigilant, because none of us wanted to be the first to admit we were terrified. Kevin was muttering spells in his sleep, which is impressive considering he wasn't actually asleep. Celine was cleaning her knives so aggressively I thought she might whittle them down to toothpicks. Trashington was gnawing on a bone he refused to identify. Me? I was trying to look confident, failing spectacularly. The fortress was just sitting there, menacing, lightning flashing for effect like it had subscription service. Honestly, it felt performative. Trashington. It's overcompensating. Kevin. So are you. Trashington. Takes one to know one. Dawn came. Gray. Wet. Miserable. Perfect for our brand. We packed up, which didn't take long. Kevin had nothing but his burned spellbook in a mug. Celine had so many knives it was basically a moving armory. Trashington's bag was a trash sack full of unholy secrets. I had my trash can lid and my bent plastic sword, now shaped like a question mark that mocked me every time I looked at it. We marched, or tried. Kevin kept tripping. Celine wandered off to scout and come back, flipping me off. Trashington rolled on my shoulder for morale support, while narrating our deaths. Trashington in his most dramatic voice. And so the heroes approach their doom, nobly unprepared and functionally brain dead. I ignored him. Mostly. We reached the outer gate, if you can call it that. 2 crumbling towers connected by a sagging arch that had evil basically spray painted on in Gothic font. Celine immediately cased the place, knives out, eyes sharp. No guards. Because they don't expect anyone this stupid. They have a point. We debated a plan. Kevin suggested we set it on fire. Celine suggested we sneak in. Trashington suggested we go home and become traveling garbage salesmen. I suggested we try knocking. They all stared at me, judged me viciously. So we knocked, because of course we did. The door creaked open, dark, echoing, ominous. Hello? Evil Overlord. Amazon delivery. Silence. Dramatic, judgmental, silence. We stepped in, one by one, echoing footsteps like we were in a dollar store horror film. Inside, cobwebs, broken chandeliers, a throne that had seen better days, tapestries with dark symbols that, on closer inspection, were probably copied from a middle school's edgy sketchbook. Wow, such evil. Very scary. Shut up before they hear us. That's the point. We crept forward, because even the world's worst heroes know when to be cautious. We reached the throne, empty, dusty, underwhelming. Then a voice, smooth, deep, disappointed. Seriously? You idiots actually made it this far? We jumped. Kevin squeaked. Celine spun, knives ready. Trashington fell off my shoulder and hissed. I held up my shield like it would help. Out of the shadows strolled the big bad. Black robe, dark crown, sarcastic smirk that said, I peaked in high school evil club. I was expecting actual heroes, not whatever this is. We're what you get. Sorry to disappoint. Oh, you do. He looked us over. Kevin trembling, Celine vibrating with murder, Trashington literally eating something he found on the floor, me trying not to cry. So, you're here to stop me? Technically. That's adorable. Define stop. Define adorable. Define fuck you. He laughed. It was not a nice laugh. You know you can't win, right? We're aware. Then why are you here? Because someone has to try. Silence. He didn't expect that. Sappy. Shut up. It was good. I'm not crying. You're crying. But he recovered fast, snapped his fingers. Torches blazed, shadows danced. He sat on his throne with that same smug grin. All right, impress me. Show me what passes for heroism these days. We didn't move because we had no plan, no real weapons, no hope. But we had each other, and that was apparently enough to try. We didn't have some grand battle plan, or strategy, or, skills. We had attitude, which is basically the same as dying with style. Kevin went first, tried to conjure a fireball. It sputtered like a wet match. Big Bad didn't even flinch. Is that it? I'm out of mana and dignity. Celine hurled a knife. It clanged off the throne. He didn't move. She shrugged and pulled another. She had dozens. You're serious? Deadly. Trashington ran at him, biting, scratching, cursing in multiple languages. He didn't do much damage, but he was annoying as hell. I'll chew your face off, you discount Voldemort! Get off me, you foul little creature! Never! I watched it all happen, in slow motion. My team. God, we were pathetic. But we were trying. So I did the only thing I could. I charged. Me. Plastic sword, trash can lid shield. More hope than sense. I yelled. He sighed. It was humiliating. I swung my sword. It bent. He caught it with 2 fingers. Looked bored. Really? It's a metaphor. For what? Failure? Yes. He backhanded me. I went flying. Landed in a pile of broken furniture that cushioned me about as well as rocks. I groaned. Kevin ran over to check me. Celine swore and threw 3 knives. Trashington was still biting the guy's leg. We're losing. You think? Any spells? I can make a fart sound. Tempting. Very tempting, Kevin. Celine grabbed me by the collar, shook me. Come on, man, you're supposed to be the chosen one. Yeah, well, they chose badly. She hesitated, eyes flicking to the Big Bad. No, they chose you, so lead. Kevin nodded. Trashington snarled, probably at both of us. I sat up, looked at my team, pathetic, broken, tired, but they were mine. So I stood, wobbled, but stood. Hey, asshole! Language? Bite me. He flicked Trashington off his leg. The raccoon landed with a squeak. You're done. Admit it. Never. I lifted my shield. He laughed. A real mocking villain laughed. You have nothing. Wrong. I pointed at Kevin. Spell. Kevin blinked, nodded, cast light. Blinded the room for a split second. Celine moved, fast, knives out, not to kill him, to cut the ropes on the chandelier above him. It fell, crashed, pinned him. Not dead, but stuck. Trasherton leapt onto the wreckage, declared himself king. We panted, shaking, wet, exhausted. But for once, he wasn't smirking. He was furious. This isn't over. No, but for once, you don't get to say how it ends. We backed out slowly. Kevin still glowing like a cheap flashlight. Celine covered our retreat with blades. Trasherton mooning the big bad for good measure. We ran, stumbled, collapsed outside. Rain pouring, lightning flashing, but we were out. Alive, barely. Together. We did it? Define did. Define it. Shut up, all of you. But they laughed. Even Kevin. Even Celine. Trashington farted triumphantly. We lay there, muddy, bloodied, laughing like lunatics. Because we'd won. Kind of. Sort of. Enough. Heroes never die alone. After a while, the adrenaline wore off. Reality set back in. We were wet, freezing, exhausted, and we had absolutely nowhere to go. So, now what? We die of exposure? Finally. I sat up, mud dripping off me like some tragic swamp creature. I looked at them. My team. We go home. Define home. I don't have one. Home is where the trash is. We all went quiet, because for the first time, it hit us. There was no home. We couldn't go back to the kingdom. We had sort of saved it by pissing off the big bad, pinning him under a chandelier and running away. Heroic. But no one was going to throw us a parade. No one would even believe it. We had no proof. Just bruises, ruined clothes, and a raccoon with anger management issues. I don't even know why I signed up for this. Because you're broke. Fair. Trashington shrugged, pulled a half-eaten candy bar from his satchel, ate it without breaking eye contact. Alpha move. Celine wiped her knives on her pants, looked at me. So, what now, fearless leader? I hated that she said it like an insult, but I loved that she said it at all. I sighed, rubbed mud off my face, spit out a leaf. Now? We survive. Together. Kevin snorted. Celine rolled her eyes. Trashington belched. Inspiring. Truly, stirring. I'm aroused. I ignored them. Because the truth is, they could say what they wanted, but they were still here, still sitting next to me in the mud. If they really wanted to leave, they would have. I stood, offered Kevin a hand. He took it, grumbling. Celine rolled her eyes but let me pull her up. Trasherton climbed onto my shoulder like it was his personal throne. We looked at the fortress one last time. Lightning flashed behind it. It was cinematic as hell. We did it. Define did. Define it. Define victory. I smiled. Couldn't help it. Let's just go before he gets loose. They actually laughed. It was wet, tired, miserable laughter, but it was real. We turned our backs on that evil lair, walked away, mud sucking at our boots, rain pounding our heads. Not heroes. Not really. But something close enough to try again tomorrow. And that was enough. We kept moving through the swamp, back to the fork in the path that mocked us, through the forest of mild inconveniences, past the bandit sign with Trashington's added graffiti that read, "Bandits suck." We made it back to the kingdom. Eventually. No one cheered. No one noticed. Which, honestly, was perfect. We limped into town like stray dogs. Kevin went straight for coffee. Celine stole a scarf from a merchant and wore it like a trophy. Trashington dove into the nearest dumpster and emerged with what he called breakfast. Me? I just took it all in. These idiots, this stupid town, my plastic sword that now looked like modern art, my trash can lid that was basically scrap metal. And I felt okay. For the first time in forever. Because I wasn't alone. Not anymore. We tried to report to the kingdom. Truly. We even found the royal administrator. Some bored dude with a name tag that literally read, Assistant to the Hero Coordinator. So, you're the heroes? That's generous. Technically. Define heroes. We accept bribes. We tried explaining what happened. The Evil Overlord, the chandelier ambush, the part where we ran like cowards. He blinked, wrote complete bullshit in his ledger, filed it under pending. Right. Well, thanks, I guess. That's it? You want a medal? Yes. Not happening. We left. No payment, no recognition, no thank you. Kevin was furious. Celine was muttering about stabbing the clerk. Trashington asked if the ledger was edible. Me? I was surprisingly calm. He doesn't even believe us. Do you? Kevin paused. He looked at me, at Celine, at Trashington eating an apple core he didn't own. Yeah. Celine sighed, shouldered her satchel, knives rattling. For the record, you're still an idiot. Yeah. But you're our idiot. Trashington gagged theatrically, then patted my head. Fine, I won't eat you. Today. We walked away from the castle, past the Burger King throne room, through the sad strip mall kingdom. We didn't have a plan, or money, or a future really. But we had something. Kevin fell in beside me. Celine rolled her eyes but walked with us anyway. Trashington made fart sounds on my shoulder to ruin the moment. So, now what? We do it again? We find more trouble. We die spectacularly. I nodded. Yeah, sounds about right. We left the kingdom behind, no fanfare, no one watching, just us. Heroes, if you squinted. We traveled the old road, mud caking our boots, bickering the entire way. Kevin argued spells with Trashington, who claimed to know ancient raccoon magic. He did not. Celine practiced throwing knives at trees and cursed when they stuck too deep to retrieve. I sang a traveling song, off-key to annoy them. It worked. Shut up before you summon a banshee. You love it. I hate you less than most humans. High praise. We slept in ditches, under trees, once in an abandoned bus stop. Celine threatened to stab me if I snored. Kevin cast silence on himself so he didn't have to hear us. Trashington kept watch, which meant he screamed if anything moved. We were terrible at this. Truly. Objectively. But the next village we passed had a flyer. Help needed, monster problem, no reward, but villagers will be grateful. I tore it down, looked at my crew. Another quest? Kevin groaned. Celine smiled slowly. Fine, but only if I get to name the monster. We shook on it. Trashington bit my hand for emphasis. And we kept walking. Together. Into the next disaster. The next fight. The next story. Because that's what heroes do. Bad ones, but still heroes. So that's it. That's the grand quest. Epic showdown? Sort of. Heroic sacrifice? Mostly my dignity. Triumphant victory? Don't make me laugh. We didn't kill the big bad. We didn't save the kingdom in any official sense. We didn't get medals or gold or our faces on stained glass windows. We pinned a discount villain under a chandelier and ran away. We argued. We almost killed each other. We definitely traumatized a few innocent bystanders, but you know what? We showed up. Because that's what no one tells you about being a hero. It's not about prophecy or glory or epic speeches. It's about showing the fuck up. Even when you're unqualified, underprepared, outnumbered, terrified. Especially then. Kevin didn't become a master wizard, but he stopped running from himself. Mostly. Sometimes. Celine didn't change her ways. Still stole anything not nailed down. But she watched our backs, even if she stabbed us for saying it out loud. Trashington? Still a filthy, foul-mouthed raccoon. But he was our filthy, foul-mouthed raccoon. He bit anyone who threatened us. He bit us too. But, with affection. And me? I'm still the chosen one. For reasons no one understands. Least of all me. But I chose them. And they chose me. Over and over. Even when it was easier to walk away. We're not the heroes they wanted. Hell, we're not even the heroes we wanted. But we're the ones who were there. So we took more jobs, saved more villages, half-assed it every single time, but tried anyway. We camped in ditches, argued over rations, fought monsters, mostly lost, but always together. We didn't save the world, but we made it a little less awful. One sarcastic, ill-advised quest at a time. And if you're thinking this story should have a moral, a lesson, fine. Here's the best I can do. Show up, try, even if you fail. Choose your people. Hold them tight. Laugh at the darkness. Never do it alone. Because heroes, real ones, they're the people who don't let you face it alone. Even if they're idiots. Especially if they're idiots. We're the world's worst quest. And we're not done yet. See you on the next one. Bring snacks. We're gonna need them. Fucking heroes. This has been Echoes of the Silk Road. If these tales spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Every ending is another beginning. Until we meet again.